Hey everybody, welcome to this week's Astro Oracle reading. I'm Colette Baron-Reid. This is a really cool way to add to the reading that we had for everybody for this week. And when we first started doing it, I wasn't sure if it was going to work, and everybody went nuts and they went, oh my God, this is so good. So we keep doing it every week because you asked for it. So I pull one card per zodiac sign. So how you're going to do this is you're going to read your first card, which is your sun sign. For example, I would read Cancer. Then the next card you read is your ascendant or your rising sign. I would read Libra. Then you are going to read your moon sign. In my case, it would be Leo, right? So we would read those three cards consecutively. And that would be a more intimate story for you to apply to the larger story that we sent to everybody yesterday, okay? So if you haven't watched yesterday's reading, you should. All right, so let's start with Aries. So Aries, milk and honey. So the whole rebuilding and recalibrating and renewing, etc. kind of phase that we're in of taking, well, Aries never has a hard time taking a risk and having courage to jump into something. And if you do this week, it's actually going to be beautiful. So, and it's a little bit more playful week for Aries as well, too. Blessed is the beautiful card for Taurus, and that sense of feeling like, wow, you know, wishes do come true or miracles can and do happen. And if you imagine that you are blessed in order to make that change that you want to make this week, know that it will work beautifully for you. Gemini is building blocks, just like the reading. Interesting that the Gemini card, which tends to be much more quicker, I always think of Mercury and quickness. But Gemini is slowing down to build a new foundation as well this week. So that was one of the cards that we had for this week. For this week's reading in the general reading as well, too. So that's very good. Now we're looking at, wow, I shuffled these cards really well. So Cancer is loyal heart. And so Cancer is all about really being connected at a heart level to others, to yourself, to your dreams, and like kind of falling back in love with life as well, right? So that's a beautiful card. Now we're looking at Leo, and Leo is Yang. So Leo's got lots of energy to make changes this week. So that's good. That's that fiery masculine principle of let's make it happen. So we love that. Now let's look for Virgo here. Okay, Virgo. Yay, to the sea. Nice flow for you for this week, Virgo. This is a nice week. Nice energy this week. Even though we had the card for the week that represents grief, sorrow, and moving through feelings, like a lot of feelings that break our hearts open. This is a really beautiful landing spot for everybody so far. Okay, so now we're looking at Libra. So Libra it says time to go in the protection position. So you may be staying too long at the party, or you might be wanting to stay around something that just isn't working out. And this is just like dust yourself off and keep moving is what this says. I forgot to do puppy break. Bisou, do you want to be a puppy break? Okay, uppy. Here you go. Sorry, she's always in my lap. Hi, I know you were sleeping. You like this, though. You love, because of you, she gets COOKIES after. All righty, then. What do we have to say to everybody? Okay. Yes, it's the dog. I am bribing you with puppies. Okay, so subscribe to my channel. Smash that thing. And then when the little bell comes up, if you click on that, it will ensure that you get an email every time that we post these videos. We usually have a couple of them a week, and they're fabulous. I will see you next time. Right, Bisou? Yes, you want to go back to sleep. Now, we are looking at Scorpio. Scorpio is next. I love Scorpio. Actually, I love everything. There's so many beautiful things in every sign. Scorpio, brand new life. Lots of energy for you too, Scorpio, this week. It feels very alive, very magical for the Scorpio sun sign this week. Now we are looking at Sagittarius, who wants peace above all things. So remember, it's so interesting. I obviously we pre-do these, and so we don't know until the very end of the week what's actually happened. And so far, when you guys write us back and say like, yeah, these things did happen, they happen in a way that we don't anticipate, though, which I think is really cool because we never know the exact form, but the essence is always accurate. So now we're looking at Capricorn. Capricorn Capricorn, you might be in a tiny bit of a creative slump, but don't worry about it. You got to remember you don't do everything all by yourself. You have a partnership, which is spirit and other people. But predominantly, remember that you channel your creativity into the world. You channel your all your opportunities come to you through the magnetic force of the law of magnetism, attraction, reciprocity, etc. But it's the universe, it's the energy of spirit that sits between you and that. So remember, everything comes to you through the grace of spirit. Aquarius. Aquarius also wants to do everything yourself. There's a rigidity you have to be careful of this week, Aquarius, thinking that no one's going to come and help you. They will. All you have to do is ask. Don't sit there going, no one helps me, because you didn't ask. Now, Pisces, happy. Pisces is in her element or in his element or in their element this week. So we have a beautiful 12 sign reading here. And remember, your sun sign, pick that one first. Then you pick your ascendant. Then you pick your moon. And those 3 in a row tell a story about what you're experiencing, specifically just you, underneath that fabulous umbrella of the week that we shared with you yesterday. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Today we open our doors to our private Facebook group for those of you who want to take our 7 Energies Challenge. It's going to be so much fun. It starts Wednesday, July 8th. And we have beautiful moderators in there in the room and lots of fun things to do. All right, see you in there. See you in there.